Hello friends, welcome once again to Tech Cyber channel. Yeah, I know it's been a long time since I made a video. Pardon me for that. I was drawing the curtains down in school, and so I had to take some time off and focus on that. But trust me, by God's grace, I'm done with school, and so I'm back for good. So if you're new to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, and then share for me, because henceforth I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos to educate the public on so many pertinent issues right now. So for today, being an international student for the past 2 years, by God's grace I have some experience, right? And I'm gonna talk about internships for international students. So the first thing I want to talk about is, as international students, are we eligible to even work outside campus or apply for an internship? And also, the second thing I want to talk about is, now when it comes to internships, what are the rules and regulations governing that? So we're gonna talk more about that. And also, what are the best ways as an international student you can approach the search for internships? So stay glued and let's get right into the video. Now, so I'm pretty sure if you're an international student here, you might have heard a lot of people are saying, as international students, you're not allowed to work outside campus. This is something almost every international student here in the United States, they are aware of. Now, what if I just informed you there's an exception? Now, what is that exception? The exception is internships. Now, when it comes to international students, the alias for internship is CPT. That's Curriculum Practical Training. Now, what is CPT? It's actually an opportunity whereby international students are given the chance to work outside campus in different organizations. Now, there's actually a limitation. Now, the only limitation is, for CPT, you can only work in institutions that, or the position that is linked directly, or it relates directly to your major, right? So for instance, I was a cybersecurity major student, and so at the point when I had to go for internships, then I was obliged to look for positions that are directly related to cybersecurity. So that's the only limitations, right? Now, when are you eligible to apply for this particular CPT? Now, according to the US laws, right, for international students, you can only apply for a CPT or an internship after 1 year of your academics here or academic journey here in the United States. Now, we know basically for every year there are 2 semesters. So for instance, let's say for me, I started fall 2022, right? So for 2022, that's 1 semester, and then from there I did spring 2023. So that is counted as 1 full academic year, right? So you'll only be eligible to apply for a CPT after 1 full year. Now, I'm not really gonna delve much into CPT per se. This video basically is geared towards what are the issues related to finding internships, the best ways you as an international student can search and arrive at getting an internship. That's what I'm actually really gonna talk about in this video. Now, I'm gonna make an intensive video specifically on CPT, so we can talk more about that. Now, before I go into how you can search for internships here in the United States as an international student, I want to state that the process in applying for CPT differs from schools, right? So in my school, it's actually cumbersome, trust me. It takes a long time, like the process is cumbersome. But like I say, yeah, it differs from the school. So the first gist is, if you're getting towards 1 year of your academic journey here in the United States, then I would advise to start looking into your school, right? Start searching ways you can apply for CPT. Now, mostly when it comes to internships, I know one thing that's really common is the summer internship. So that's when majority of the companies and organizations here in the United States, they start looking for interns, right? But I want to tell you today that summer is not the only period or the only time you can do an internship. Actually, during the other various semesters, especially once you've passed that 1 year, 1 full year academic condition, then it means you can do an internship in any of the subsequent semesters. So that's one thing I have to put out there. Now, realities in internships. So I want to be honest, as international students, it's really difficult. Don't quote me wrong. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's highly possible. I am a living testimony by the grace of God. I had an internship, and I have a lot of friends who are also favored in such a way. So it is highly possible. But trust me, the journey is not easy. It's not easy. It's not like on a silver platter, just like some people think. Of course, there are opportunities here in the United States, but I want to advise, and I want to tell you the reality. It's not easy to make those opportunities yours, right? It takes time and patience and effort, right? So now, I'm also gonna share my experience as I move on. Now, the difficulties in internships as an international student. So one unfortunate thing is, majority of the organizations here, they know majority of the international students are skilled, right? They have the skills, they have the knowledge to take up certain positions, right, in the organizations. Now, the only thing that in a way does not help us is the fact that some organizations know as international students, the moment they give you the chance to work as an intern, and let's say you prove yourself worthy for your position to be converted to a full-time role, then in the long run, they know you're gonna ask for visa sponsorship. So that is the only thing that has been a limiting factor for us. It makes it really difficult for international students to get internship, just because I'm not saying that's the only reason, right? But there are several factors. But one main reason is some of the organizations say they are not willing to sponsor green card, right, at the end of your studies. And so they won't even give you the chance to work as an intern, right? So that makes it a little bit difficult, trust me. But hey, if you're currently looking for internships, trust me, don't lose hope. I'll advise you to keep searching. Definitely, what God has planned for you is gonna come to pass. Now, because of this notion, right, it makes it difficult for us to even get a chance to be interviewed for internships. So that's hard. But based on the little experience personally I have and the journey I went through, I want to say don't give up. Don't lose hope. If currently you're searching and you're not finding anything better. Now, when I started looking for internship after my 1 year, trust me, it was difficult. I had to apply to over 100 organizations, over 100 organizations, right? But trust me, I was always getting that popular or common automated message saying, "We are sorry, we're gonna move forward with a different candidate. We cannot continue with your application." I received tons of such automated emails from organizations I applied for different positions. And so at the point, I felt like really giving up because it wasn't working. I had to open, I have an account on LinkedIn. I had to create an account on the various job, portals like monster.com, Indeed, etc. But trust me, I was just applying here and there, and it wasn't really working. And I know a lot of people go through the same issue, but trust me, I just want to motivate you and encourage you to keep on searching. Don't give up. Now, what are the best ways, in my opinion, right? These are subjective based on the little experience I have. You, as an international student, can arrive at an internship. Now, the first thing is you have to plan early. Now, for instance, in my case, I knew I started school in August 2022, right? So that's for the fall semester. And I knew after the spring, then I'll be eligible. So I started even applying for summer internship in the fall, during the fall. Because I already told myself, hey, I want to do an internship. That's one thing I told myself. The moment I got to the States, I said I have to do an internship. Right? So I started searching really early. So I want to advise, don't wait till you're done with the 1 year, and then that's when you start, afterwards you start searching. Yeah, so don't wait till you're done with the 1 year full academic year before you can start looking for internships. It doesn't work that way, because majority of the employers, they don't wait till summer before they start picking people, right? And so you have to start early. It's really important, right? So I want to advise, if you want to start internship, start planning early. That's another thing. Now, get a good grade after the 1 year. It is important. Really, really important. Now, majority of during my search, right? So one thing I came across was majority of the organizations or the companies had as part of their requirements, right? At least you should have a GPA of 3.0, right? Which is really important. Now, the moment you get to school here in the States, from the first semester, please make sure you study hard. Now, the things that are being taught in the curriculum structure here as compared to like Ghana or India, they're different. So at the very beginning, you might encounter some difficulties, but trust me, you have to stay focused. That's my advice. I know there's a huge cultural difference, especially comparing Ghana to the United States, right? Like the differences is uncountable, right? And I understand that. But the advice is you're here to study, not to just explore. Of course, after your studies, you have ample time to explore. So at least for the first 2 years, stick to your books, right? While you explore, make sure you set the priorities right. Now, it is really important to get good grades, and that's really going to help you in your search for internships. Now, for some schools, specifically for my school, after the 1 year, if you're not above or within the 3.0 limit, trust me, you'll not be even given the chance to apply for internships. So it's that important, right? So I want to advise every international student to take his or her studies serious, because it's really important. That's one way you can get a job, right? You can get an internship, because some of the employers, they look out for that. So 3.0 is really important. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is to create a portfolio. Now, talk of portfolio, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, I want to advise you today, as an international student, I'm sure you might have heard of it. It's really important to have a LinkedIn profile, because majority of the employers, right? The trick is, once you apply for internship and they feel your resume is fulfilling enough, right? Then they feel it's like encouraging. The next thing, not every company, right? But majority of them, the next thing they try to do is, what's your presence online? What does it depict? Does it really show what you're saying you're skilled in? And majority of them go to LinkedIn. So I've met employers, they keep on telling me, make sure you take your LinkedIn serious, right? So that's one hint I want to give you guys. If you're working on projects, massive projects, even school, right? If you've been given projects in your class and it's something that is related to what you think you want to do after school, then trust me, don't keep silent about it, right? If let's say you're doing software engineering, anything related to IT, not necessarily IT alone, but if you're doing something that's related to IT, software engineering, cybersecurity, and you build projects, I'm pretty sure you might have heard of GitHub. It's also a great place to arrange all the projects you've done. And you can just share your GitHub profile with employers, especially you embed that in your resume. And they'll go there, have a look at what you've been doing. On LinkedIn, when you meet people, ask for their LinkedIn profile, connect with them, network. It's really important, right? So you have to create a portfolio for yourselves that shows, it serves as an evidence as to what you claim you know, right? So it's really important. Now, once you're ready to look for a job, another thing I want to advise you to do is to create accounts with these jobs search sites like Indeed.com, we have Monster, we have ZipRecruiter, and even on LinkedIn, because majority of the employers, they post job opportunities, internship opportunities on LinkedIn. When it was time for me to apply for internships, I was applying for internships everywhere, trust me, everywhere. All the job sites I was searching for internships. So that's another advice. Make sure you create profile there, and you can set alerts, right? So whenever there's an opening for a position you're interested in, then you're gonna receive an email, an alert, and then you do the due diligence. So that's another thing. Now, the next thing is, as an international student, one thing that's gonna make you successful, aside the fact that God will bless you, is networking. The people you meet in school, the people you sit with in class, the people you meet at church, the people you meet all around the world, all around your school or the state. Make sure you keep in touch. Make sure you take them serious. Now, as a human being, I want to advise, don't look down on any individual you meet here, please. It's not helpful, right? No matter what, because there's been instances where people I've met, they've paved ways for me. And you see, one thing that really works is when someone recommends you to an employer. Trust me, it skips a lot of unnecessary processes, right? They'll just call you for interviews and that is it. So networking is really important. While you're in school, whenever you hear the school is like organizing programs, fairs, conferences, don't isolate yourself. Indulge yourself in all these programs. Be engaging enough, right? Meet people, talk to people, get their LinkedIn connections. Of course, they might not give you their number, but majority of the employers, they're on LinkedIn. So when you meet people like that, just get their LinkedIn profile, connect with them on LinkedIn, and yeah, that's the way to go. It's a trick. It really helped me, trust me. And so I'm recommending it to you too, right? Networking is really, really important. Now, I want to share my experience, how I ended up getting an internship. I'm just going to talk about the tricks in it. So yeah, after 1 year, like I said, I actually started applying for internship opportunities way before I was done with 1 year of my academic or my school, right? And so I applied to over 100 companies, over more than 100. You see, is that difficult? And I was just getting automated messages automated emails. Sometimes I won't even get any response from, and that's normal. There's some organizations you not even get any kind of response, but that is absolutely fine. Just keep on searching. So I kept on searching. I kept on talking to people because I was really determined. Then I was hoping that God opens the door for me. So I just met a friend. I spoke with this friend of mine, and he was also an international student. I told him about my interest in working during the summer, because it's hard, as an international student, the fees we have to pay, all the other expenses, and imagine you're not working. It's not easy, right? Life here in the United States, I'm gonna talk about that. It's not all rosy. It's hard, trust me. It's hard, but it's just a matter of time and patience, and also getting the right people around you, and also living the right life, right? Not living according to your means, right? If you don't do that, then if you live according to your means, then you're not gonna have a problem. But if you don't and try to explore, then you end up having issues. Now, back to the main topic. So I spoke with this person, and I made him aware I'm looking for internship. So in case he gets any kind of opportunity. So that's one trick. Like I said, the people you meet, talk to them. Let people know, hey, I'm looking for this opportunity. So in case you find any, don't hesitate to reach out to me. So I did talk to him about it, and after like 2 weeks, I'd really, trust me, even though it was in my mind that I've spoken to him, but I had spoken to a lot of people and I had not heard from them. So I thought it was gonna be the same. And God being so good, after like 2 weeks, he got back to me and was like, hey, are you still looking for an internship? And at that time, trust me, I was at the point of giving up, because I had applied to a lot of companies, organizations, and I wasn't getting anything. So I felt like, God, I think at this point I'll just give up and see what I can do with my life, right? But God being so good, just when I felt like giving up, right on time, he called me. He was like, hey, so I have an opportunity for you, blah, blah, blah. And that's how come, by the grace of God, I ended up getting an internship. So I'm here to advise and encourage you. The journey is not easy, especially as an international student. There are a lot of things we wish we could do, but we cannot. So it makes it hard. But trust me, I would say keep on doing your best, right? Don't give up. Giving up should be out of a dictionary. Never give up regardless. Keep on trying, keep on pushing hard. And it's definitely gonna make a lot of sense someday, right? It's gonna make a lot of sense. Because my philosophy in life is, the moment I give up, then I'm not expecting any results, right? And so in every situation I find myself, I don't give up. Even if it's too hard, even if it seems hopeless, trust me, I don't give up. I still keep on pushing. And that's how come a lot of opportunities, they've has come my way. So that's one advice I want to give. Just keep on pushing. And that's how come a lot of opportunities, they've has come my way. So that's one advice I want to give. Just keep on pushing. Take your studies really serious. And also the lecturers you meet, the professors, talk to them. Talk to anybody that matters, right? Talk to everybody you meet. I mean, not everybody, but you should understand what I mean by like everybody you meet. Let them know. And because there have been instances where professors, they've paved way of they've given opportunities to their students, and so it's important to also try to draw closer to these professors, and they can help you. So this basically is going to be the end of the video. I'm going to delve much into CPT, in the next video, or I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but yeah, I'm gonna make a video on CPT and explain the intricacies, what goes into CPT applications and all that. So I'll end here, and I want to wish you the best. If you're new to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button here, and then like and share it to any international student out there. This has been Andy Tech Server Channel. I'm out. Thank you.